Hi everyone, hope you are all doing well and safe. Welcome to the practical course of Linear Control System. Here's your lab instructor Nashita Alwaz. Agenda of this experiment includes 7 different sections: lab objective, equipment needed, theoretical background of the experiment, software implementation, results and discussion part, conclusion, and the task assigned. The basic objective of this experiment is to implement the Bode diagram for the liquid level control system in LabVIEW. Equipment needed for the experimentation is LabVIEW software installed on the personal computer. Firstly, we have to look at the theoretical background of this experiment. Frequency response describes nature of a system in the way it handles signals that are fed into it. Frequency response is a representation of the system response to sinusoidal inputs at varying frequency. The output of a linear system to a sinusoidal input is a sinusoidal of the same frequency but with a different magnitude and phase. Frequency response can be defined as the magnitude and phase difference between the input and output sinusoids. This response basically can be used for the system identification and for the analysis of the stability of the system. System behavior determined from the steady state response to sinusoidal input in the form of R equals to A sin omega t. Sine wave will be used in the frequency response because it is easy to analyze, it is easy to generate, it is easy to measure experimentally. Sinusoidal input applied to a linear system, so output will be sinusoidal. Output amplitude is proportional to the input signal. Harmonic input produces harmonic output at same frequency variation, amplitude and phase, and output will be the function of frequency also. So here we have the importance of Bode plot. If we don't know about the roots of the closed loop transfer function, then how we can check the stability of the system? Because the system roots are divided in factor form, it is in this condition that we must inspect the denominator to observe whether the real parts are positive or negative. This, however, can only be done if we know the closed loop transfer function. Usually, though the closed loop transfer function is not known, we can determine the stability by assessing the open loop transfer function. Bode plot helps us in this regard. It gives information about the stability of the closed loop transfer function by checking the system in open loop transfer function. A Bode plot is a graphical representation of a linear time invariant system transfer function. In a linear system, any sinusoidal that inputs the system is only changed in magnitude when it is amplified or attenuated, and phase when delayed. Therefore, the system can be described for every frequency just by its gain and phase shifts. The Bode plot simply traces the gain and phase shift of the system to a range of frequencies. There are 2 Bode plots, one plotting the magnitude or gain versus frequency, Bode magnitude plot, and the other plotting the phase versus frequency, Bode phase plot. They are represented with the frequency in a logarithm scale, the magnitude in decibels, and the phase in a linear scale. Bode plot consists of 2 subplots, magnitude plot and phase plot. Both magnitude and phase plots contains similar x-axis, means angular frequency. Angular frequency equals to W. these two plots are different in y-axis. For magnitude plot, y-axis is the open loop transfer function, basically magnitude of the open loop transfer function, and magnitude of open loop transfer function can be taken by taking modulus of transfer function and multiply with 20 log for unity feedback control system. For phase plot, y-axis is equivalent to the phase of open loop transfer function. Crossover frequency basically consists of phase crossover frequency and the gain crossover frequency. Phase crossover frequency is the frequency where phase shift equals to -180. Gain crossover frequency is the frequency where the amplitude ratio is 1 or 1 log modulus equal to 0. Gain margin refers to the amount of gain which can be increased or decreased without making the system unstable. If we look at the picture, then our reference basically the crossover frequency in this diagram is 0 dB gain. So, and we have the current problem gain is 20 dB. So, difference between the actual system gain and the crossover gain frequency is -2 or 20 dB. So, this is our gain margin. Then, what is phase margin? Phase margin refers to the phase which can be increased or decreased without making the system unstable. It is usually expressed in phase. So if we look at the phase plot, then here we have the phase, basically phase crossover frequency at 180, and our current problem phase occurs basically at something like -187. So the difference between the phase crossover frequency and our current phase is -9, which is basically the phase margin. Here are stability conditions for both plot. System is the stable system if both the margins, phase margin and gain margin, should be positive, or phase margin should be greater than the gain margin. System is unstable if any of them, means any of the phase margin or the gain margin, is negative, or phase margin should be less than the gain margin. System can be marginally stable if both the margins should be 0 or phase margin should be equal to the gain margin. Here I have some stability conditions of Bode plot. If positive gain margin and positive phase margin occur in the Bode plot, then our system is stable. If negative gain margin and negative phase margin occur in the Bode plot, then our system is unstable system. Rules that are helpful for making both plot, both magnitude plot and both phase plot according to the transfer function of the system are listed in this slide. Now moving towards the example of Bode plot, how we can sketch the Bode plot for the open loop transfer function. First step for the sketching of Bode plot is converting the open loop transfer function in time constant form. So I will take 100 common from the denominator of open loop transfer function and divide the 200 value by 100. So I have transfer function GS basically the open loop transfer function equals to 2, means the gain k value s plus 1 divided by s plus 10 plus 1 whole square. In the next step, I will put the value of k in the magnitude formula of 20 log k and plot it on the x-axis and y-axis. So 20 log k as we have seen in the previous slide equals to 2. So I will put 2 equals to k, 20 log of 2 equals to 6 dB, which is basically the magnitude value as I can see there is no slope, so I will write down the basically plot the K gain value on the y-axis, and it is very straight line. Third step is determination of the corner frequency due to simple zeros. So if simple zero occur in the open loop transfer function, then 20 dB slope will be represented on the Bode plot. So to find out the value of y, we have to use the formula of y equals to m log w plus c. As we can see in the slide, our corner frequency basically starts from 1 and it will be ended on 10 basically, because in the numerator we have s plus 1. So our corner frequency from s plus 1 equals to minus 1, and we are not going to take frequency in minus because frequency will not occur in the minus to mean. So I will take corner frequency equals to 1 in this scenario. So my Bode plot starts from WC corner frequency equals to 1 and it will end on 10. So I will write down the value of m means slope 20, because I will dealing right there with the simple zeros, and for simple zeros we will take always plus 20 dB slope. So y equals to 20 log say 10 means 10 corner frequency and then corner frequency plus c is basically 6 dB, where our x-axis value means gain value will be started. So y equals to 26. So the highest value of our Bode plot will be 26, on which our second or the last corner frequency will be occur. Step 4 is determination of the corner frequency due to simple pole. As we know that if our system contains simple pole, then slope of the system will be minus 20 dB. As we are dealing with s plus 10 whole power square in the denominator as simple pole means whole square of the simple pole. So minus 20 plus minus 20 means minus 40 dB slope will be occur in the Bode diagram, and our corner frequency right there is equals to 10 because s plus 10 equals to frequency, and we are taking s equals to minus 10, and for the frequency we will take this term as positive 10. So corner frequency 10 and we have the slope of minus 40. We will represent minus 40 dB slope in our Bode diagram, but we can see that here we have minus 20 dB decade because we have already 20 dB decade slope for the representation of WC equals to 1 means corner frequency 1. So we have minus 40 plus 20. So the answer is minus 20. So for WC equals to 10, we have corner frequency equals to 10. We have minus 20 dB slope for the representation of simple pole in the Bode diagram. Here are some advantages of root locus technique. This technique basically based on asymptotic approximation, which provides a simple method to plot the logarithmic magnitude curve. The multiplication of various magnitude appears in the transfer function can be treated as an addition, while division can be treated as subtraction, as we are using a logarithmic scale. With the help of this plot, we can directly comment on the stability of the system without doing any calculations. Bode plots provides relative stability in terms of gain margin and phase margin. This technique basically also covers from low frequency to high frequency range. The basic theme of this experiment is liquid level control system using Bode diagram. So here I have the block diagram of liquid level control system, in which firstly I will set the desired value of the liquid level, Then I have actuator. Actuator is a component of a machine that is responsible for moving or controlling a mechanism. For example, actuating means opening or closing a valve. So next thing is delay, means the time required for the opening and closing a valve. Then I have tank, the transfer function representation of system modeling of the tank. Then I have the actual level of the water, and then the actual level will be fed back towards the input by using the sensor. Sensor is the float sensor, and here I am taking the transfer function of the float sensor. So I will set the desired value and compare that desired value with the actual level of water, and if there is the difference between the desired value and actual value, then the difference will be sent towards basically the actuator block. Actuator will open or close the valve. If I want to take the water, then actuator will open the valve, and if we want to shut down the water connection, then the actuator will close the connection by taking some delay for this controlling action. And then I have the tank in proper form of liquid. So according to all this system representation, according to this block diagram, I have the transfer function of the summation of all four major parameters of this block diagram. Moving towards the software implementation of this experiment. As we know that LabVIEW software has two main windows, block diagram and the front panel. To create the functionality of the program, we have to move towards the block diagram of LabVIEW software. First icon we will connect on the block diagram of the LabVIEW software is CD construct special TF model. CD construct special transfer function model creates commonly used transfer function models. I will use delay as a pad approximation in this CD construct special transfer function model because I am going to give delay in our network. So delay refers to a continuous time value in which the pad polynomial approximates behavior. You can find out this block by right clicking on the block diagram of LabVIEW software. Function palette will be open, then moving towards the control and simulation, then control design, then model construct, and then pick this icon and place it on the block diagram of LabVIEW software. As we know that LabVIEW software programming based on graphical programming. So the window which helps in this regard in LabVIEW software is MathScript. MathScript deploy your custom textual math code within LabVIEW applications. You can find out this block in the structure block of the function palette of the LabVIEW software. Another icon we will use in the block diagram of LabVIEW software is CD series. CD series connects two linear models in series. The system models either must be continuous time models or must have the same sampling time if they are discrete time models. Write data to the model 1 and model 2 input to determine the series connection between two models. You can find out this block by right clicking on the block diagram. Function palette will be open, then moving towards the control and simulation, then control design, and then model interconnection. Pick the icon and place it on the block diagram of LabVIEW software. The last icon we will use in the block diagram of LabVIEW software is CD gain and phase margin. CD gain and phase margin calculates the gain and phase margins of the system. If a system has multiple crossover frequencies, the CD gain and phase margin returns the smallest gain and phase margin. You can find out this block in the control and simulation block of the function palette, then moving towards the frequency response of the network. Pick pick the icon, place it on the block diagram of Labview software. Firstly, we have to create the block diagram of liquid level control using body plot. So for the construction of system, here we need basically 4 transfer functions. For the tank representation, for the actuator representation, and for the representation of float sensor, we basically need 3 transfer functions. And for giving the delay in the network, we basically need the CD construct special transfer function. So right click on the block diagram, then moving towards the control and simulation, then control design, then model construct, and then CD construct special transfer function for giving that delay in the network. And pick delay as path approximation. Then right click on the delay input and click on create, then choose control input, basically for giving the delay in the network. For defining the order of the polynomial, right click on the polynomial order input, then create and then control. After this, for the representation of basically 3 transfer function, we will use here math script. So right click, then moving towards structures, then moving towards math script. Then basically here we have one numerator k. So right click on the left side of math script and pick add input. Write down k and right click with this k input and choose control. After this, write down numerator equals to k. Then here we have basically 3 denominators. So I will write down denominator 1 equals to, you can write down anything for the representation of these 3 transfer functions. Then denominator 2. After this, denominator 3. Then for taking the transfer function of these 3 denominators, I will basically write down the equation like that. System 1 equals to TF, then numerator, denominator 1, then I will choose system 2 and transfer function of the system 2 with respect to numerator. Basically here we have a numerator equals to 1. So I will write down 1 at the place of numerator. Then denominator 2. Then system 3 and TF and after this, I will take the multiplication product basically of these 3 systems. So G equals to system 1 multiply with basically system 2, then multiply with system 3. And for the termination of these line, this line basically I will choose basically the termination icon, and after this I will right click on the right side of math script, then choose add output and pick G. Then connection of these parameters means the 3 transfer function and the delay block. We will use CD series block right there. Right click on the block diagram, then moving towards the function palette, then control and simulation, then control design, then model interconnection, and then pick the icon of CD series. Connect one input of CD series with the delay model and one input of CD series with the G block. After this, I will take the icon of CD, gain and phase margin. Moving towards function palette, then control and simulation, then control design, then frequency response, and then CD phase, gain and basically phase margin. Place it on the block diagram and then connect the series model input with basically output basically with the input of CD, gain and phase margin. Then right click on the indicators block of the CD, gain and phase margin and create indicator on the right side of this icon. Across phase plot also I will generate indicator, and across gain and phase margins in the numeric values basically I will also connect the icon of indicator. So here we have our complete representation of our block diagram. Now for analyzing the results of this experiment, we have to move towards the front panel of the LabVIEW software. So for the analysis of results, we have to move towards the front panel of the LabVIEW software. Then on the front panel, we will write down the values of delay and polynomial orders in the numerator blocks basically. And for a delay icon, we will write down 1. And the highest order of the system is basically 2. So I will write down 2 in the polynomial order control input. And for K input, basically we need such kind of value according to which we will achieve phase margin of 30. So K value will be chosen by trial and error approach. As I have already run the simulation diagram, basically the control diagram, so I will check this system, and at K basically I will get 30 phase margin. So I will write down K value at the K input by trial and error approach, and then finally I will achieve the phase margin of 30. And further I have the magnitude plot and phase plot of the liquid level control system, and I have the gain margin frequency, I have the phase margin frequency, and I have the gain margin of the system and phase margin of the system. So at phase margin 30, I will achieve the accurate liquid level of the tank. Finally, the conclusion is here. Bode plot is a graph of the magnitude in decibels or phase of the transfer function versus frequency. And we have also learned the efficiently controlling of liquid level control system using Bode plot in LabVIEW software. Tasks assigned for this experiment are listed in this slide. This is all from my side. You are welcome to ask any question related to this topic. Thank you very much for listening to me.